Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Chi. And hopefully, today I have three guests. I don't want to even tell you about all the madness in making this shoot happen today, but we're going to be talking about what it means to date in this 21st century. I asked a couple of questions on Twitter and on Instagram. Rather, I threw it out to the open to say ask questions that you might want us to talk about. And a couple of people sent in questions. I didn't put it on Facebook, so I have everybody going to talk about certain experiences, their experiences, and a couple of terms, that are popular right now in the dating sphere, if that's the word. But yeah, I hope it's fun for you. I hope we have fun because today I got us wine, and it happens to be sweet wine. Thank you, Kim, for that wine. And I hope everybody has fun while you're drinking and you have fun while you're watching. So maybe grab a bottle as well. You might be nodding your head to a couple of things. So yes, say welcome to the guests. They will introduce themselves. Let's start. Ladies first.
Hi, my name is Jumoke.
Hi, my name is Caleb.
Hi, my name is Chidera. In case you did not know, I'm actually excited because these people were chatting shit before we started. They were chatting beautiful shit. Apparently, Nigerian women are hard to date. I think this is where we should start the video from. No, this is my problem. Let's start the video from Nigerian women are hard to date. Who wants to?
So I think it was I that started the conversation, and I'm still going to say
Project.
that. I don't want to shout.
Project, please. I don't have audio. It's iPhone. We need to record.
I said that Nigerian women are really hard to date because I don't understand how you can go from being on your own, learning to take care of yourself, and the moment you have a man, you suddenly become his responsibility. How do you? Yesterday you were not in a relationship. Today you are in a relationship, and suddenly the man has to do everything for you. He has to take you out and pay your bills. He has to buy you gifts without you wanting to do your own part. I think it's a two-way thing. You just don't go from being single to being in a relationship and you automatically think that the person you're in a relationship with is your mother or your father.
So that's what
And Nigerian women have this mentality.
So it's the concept of shifting responsibility to the man, right? That's your problem with Nigerian women being hard to date. Okay, cool. Must be.
Yeah, I share that vibe. Nigerian women being hard to date, and it's not because of we're just trying to tone down Nigerian women or whatever, just based on experiences. Yeah, and we do that. We did at least 12 girls, and it's something that has actually been consistent.
Okay.
So let's say 12, let's use 12.
Okay.
At least 6, the idea of responsibility. I mean, I love them. It's just a vibe, and you can actually it's a vibe that you actually get to tolerate. Then I feel like every relationship, you will know what you want to do from 3 months. That is the standard. In my experience, 3 months is after 3 months, you know if this is it or this is not. Because there's some relationships that I feel like there's going to be an acting stage. First month is the only month you're still acting, you're tolerating. He's doing nonsense.
But you can act till you get what you want.
Bro, 3 months. I feel like 3 months is the high. As in, at some point, you now know that okay. I mean, for me, in my experience, that's where it always came out. Okay, yeah, because then it's maybe we can say more like CFG, or everybody, show yourself. You're not okay.
But
there will not be anger of oh, we are not doing this for you. How am I supposed to do it for you? Life is per head. We're just trying to live it together.
Oh, did you just say life is per head?
Yeah, it's per head. But no, life is actually per head. Relationship is 2 of us. Let's. It's not like what you say. Not drink my drink. I just let's just cheers.
Let's just cheers. Okay. So I think.
But I also feel that it's not just Nigerian women. Even Nigerian guys are hard.
Okay, so now that's what I wanted us to make a point of. I think that's why we have this
We're
conversation
all
in the
just, I
first
think
place.
we're all just
In it-
just too difficult for each other.
No, I personally don't think that we are difficult for each other, and I don't think we should make it a country thing. I think it's based off mindset and how we've been taught. You know, as a lady, you're taught to learn how to do all these things so a man can provide for you. It's very hard to switch that responsibility aspect for so many people because our parents told us that our achievements were not nothing to do anything with. They were things to have because there was one man, one place that was just coming to he was coming to offload you of any of those responsibilities. So most women, most girls grew up with that mindset that my achievement is to get a man to provide for me.
Do you share what you just spoke about? Just like made me think about it this way. Like, do we feel like could it be a theory that is the parents, the mothers, that actually impact such?
I don't think
education?
it's a mother's. I think it's a mother and a father. It's our parents. It's the way they grew up in the society at that time.
I think our culture is to blame because it's not the fault of our parents. It's not even the fault of their parents. It's a thing that we have come to accept as time went by. Because our parents did it, their parents did it, and we are doing it right now. And the thing is, I'm so glad I was born in this generation because I think this generation is trying to change a lot of things. Now we have a lot of independent women who can think for themselves, provide for themselves, work for themselves, take themselves out.
Thank God for independent women.
Yeah. So it's not. I think it's a culture thing, and the faster we change it, the better for all of us. If not, a lot of us will just die single, or maybe becoming baby daddies.
Dying single, being single should not necessarily be a problem.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's not. For me and people like me, it's not a problem. I'd rather. I'm not a. Oh, I want to marry a person. No. I'd rather. My peace of mind is important.
Yeah, definitely.
If I'm in a relationship that I feel that no, this guy is just a spoiled brat, I move. I'm not going to ask you for money. I don't want you to ask me for my money either. That part is even very hard for me. I will buy you gifts and take care of you and shower you with love and everything. But some Nigerian guys, a lot of guys these days are extremely lazy. They just want to look good. They just want to come out from the house fresh and sit for their shit.
That's a nice perspective because people usually think that's like the women thing. Just talk about the responsibility and like a girl just feeling like, see, I just want to invest in myself so somebody can now come and invest in me and I'll just set up shop in another person's life. But I wanted us to speak about like the fact that there's responsibility is great. It's open the conversation. We both should have responsibilities in the relationship.
Yeah.
There's no one thing that can that is directed at Mosby. There's no one thing that is directed at Jumoke. Like you said, cheers.
Don't drink my drink.
Don't drink my drink. Cheers. Let's cheers. No, that's mad. That's mad. Okay, so talking about responsibilities, right? Somebody asked, how long should you be friends with someone that you plan to date or you have intentions towards?
Date or marry?
Date. How long should you be friends? Won't you date before you marry?
Okay, I don't know for other people, but I've always been a likeness at first sight person. If I'm going to date you, the first time I see you, I must have liked you for a reason or the other. It doesn't even have anything to do with how you look or how you
mostly like personality.
Yes, I must have fallen in love with your personality first before I even think about dating you.
Okay.
So if that first time doesn't happen for me, I'm a spark person.
Yeah.
I'm a sparklight. I'm not a.
As it is.
I'm a the odd person.
Yeah.
If I don't like you the first time, there's nothing you can do to impress me, because people say first impression matters. First impression matters to me a lot. Okay. So the first time I see you, if you're an asshole and you're usually not an asshole, you can't redeem yourself.
So there's no situation where you guys have to be friends, like maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months, like you said.
Yeah,
I feel like it's first of all, just not to mislead anybody, right? It's a very flexible thing, but if I was to advise you, come and meet Caleb Mosby, it's crazy, I want to date this person, I'll just tell you 3 months. But it's not like, it shouldn't be like it must be 3 months. It's flexible for everybody. Like she, as the odds, as the likeness, boom, boom, boom. You can marry the next day. You know how they do on
No, I would not do that.
On the
I
text
like
message-
you first doesn't
on
mean
the-
you are
on the-
going
on the
to
text
work out
message.
in a
But if I was to
relationship.
advise somebody like, yo, okay, let me give you a real ass advice, I'd be like, yo, 3 months, see how it goes. Like, be intimate as well. You should do everything. No hiding, just do everything. 3 months, and I feel like you'll be good, in my opinion.
Like,
I do not think 3 months is enough to decide that you want to date somebody. No, I do not. No, okay.
you don't think 3 months
What's
is
your
enough
3
if he's a
months for?
smart
To
person?
know the person
Yeah.
or to consider being in a relationship with the
Like,
person?
both, like, to know the person, to vibe,
So
to
do you
connect.
think you can know somebody in 3 months?
No, you can know what. One see, the thing is like, if you want to, I feel like when you see someone you want to date, you're going to see what you like, you're going to see what you don't like. Do you understand? And I feel like in 3 months, you're able to see most of these things. That if you're with the person in love, not like they say, we're texting, like you vibe with the person. It's more like a relationship already. You will know, like, okay, these are the things I like, these are the things I can go with.
I have trust issues. I don't think 3 months is enough to even know.
I don't think there's
I can pretend for as much as 6 months.
Oh
if
no,
I
no, no,
want.
chill.
For
I
years,
think, right. 3 months is for him is saying like the tip of knowing you. It's the handshake,
Yeah,
right? Before we go in for a hug.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
3
see.
months, you only know the things I want you to know.
But it is still in as much as right, we're all pretending, which is what basically like you're trying to put up like you can't know anybody in 3 months. What he's saying is like give 3 months still to know because if it's about 6 months, 1 year to fully, our parents don't fully know each other.
True.
You don't necessarily know anybody, even your friends. Experience is different, but like he said, do everything. Like one of my relationships, the guy was my friend for close to 2 years before we started dating, and I don't think our relationship lasted 1 year. Right? And you know the funny thing, it was because I knew him so well as my friend that I knew the shit that he was doing as my boyfriend that wasn't working. I'm like, guy, you know you're my friend, so I know this behavior, and I know this behavior is not cool. One of my other relationships, I don't think that, don't be unfortunate. Let's not do that. Don't take my drink. Like you said, cheers. Don't drink my drink. Paed.
It's good.
It's good. Thank you very much. So the other relationship I was in, like I don't think maybe I've known this person, but I didn't know the person like that. And when I maybe like a month or like less than a month was what I used to say, okay, I know this person, and then I now fully entered into a relationship. It was for like close to 2 years, but that was not one of the best relationships that I was in. The one that I'm currently in, I think we, like you said, close to like say 4 or so many months, we were just like, okay, you know what, I like you. We did everything, traveled, like experiences were crazy. Like we suffered high and low, and this was friends until we decided that we actually now wanted to date, or like he actually asked me out. So like I think it's still going to be different for different people. And just because you've known somebody for 2 years doesn't mean that your people's relationship will be great. Just because you've known for something for 1 month does not mean you guys' relationship will not be great. At the end of the day, it's like vibe, the energy, and the mindset both of you are using to come into the relationship. So no, I don't think there's any amount of time that can really resolve what's it called? Knowing each other. It's just still plus God inside the relationship, because
even 10 years, 20 years,
10 years, 20 years, you're married, and like something your husband will do, something your wife will do, like
you'll be like,
change it for you.
Okay, so like talking about like knowing people, right? You're in a relationship. What does boundary mean to you?
Boundary is like respecting my phone. You know, I mean, I could pull out my phone. If you want to go through my phone, I could give you my password and ask my girlfriend to check. I call it like, but like when it's not like your thing to like go through my phone, not to like check my beautiful pictures and say, baby, you look so dope. So when you're actually going through like my messages, you're not James Bond.
But why give the person your password in the first place if you do not want them to go through all those things?
No, just so that you are calm, like you can, like you're good.
But you know, the moment you make me calm, I'll be more calm to do other things.
No, you're not calm. The trust issue is not calmness. Trust issue is violence. No, we all have trust issues.
And you are violating the person's
you're violating my friend because then
no.
Then I won't be able to even
for you, if you were my boyfriend and you gave me your password willingly, I'm not violating anything.
No.
If you give me your phone password, your email password, every password you own,
But Jumoke, if
I am
you
not violating
give
because
me
it
your
means that
password,
you're
does not mean
giving
you're
me.
going to transfer money to your account.
No, I wouldn't do that.
So
but
why
it
are you
still
going-
doesn't mean that I shouldn't check your account balance and see. I'm not saying I do that, but I'm saying that the moment you give me that power, I don't. You can't give me the
So are
power
you saying-
and put a condition on it.
So basically, you're saying I can abuse the power that I've been given.
Yeah,
No, sorry, that's the
giving me
problem.
means I can abuse it.
I'm not even chasing
I,
it.
well, I will not even abuse the power. The thing is, I will not even go through my boyfriend's phone. Because I am an advocate of if you don't look for what is not lost, you won't find what is not missing. Because the moment you start, it's sprinkles, you can't stop.
Do you know the thing about this password situation and like
So wait, sorry, just to cut the coffee short. Is boundaries about passwords?
no, that's just one.
No, that's just one
I feel
aspect
like
of it.
okay.
My own
let me
bound-
answer the question. Yeah, there should be boundaries.
There should be healthy.
There should be healthy. There should be healthy boundaries. You know, so like it's as easy. The thing is, you may be a person that like there's an experience that fucks you so much that sharing your passwords or like having your room in an aesthetic way. You just have to respect someone's peace.
Hi people, password don't mean shit. He will give you his password and yet it's sleeping with every girl in Lagos. So as far as I'm concerned, boundaries doesn't mean password or anything. It just means, for me, what I understand as boundaries is, it's not every time I want to be with you. It's not every time I want you in this space. Yes, am I in love with you? Yes. Are we dating? Yes. Are we in a sort of relationship? Yes. But when you want to be with me, doesn't mean I want to be with you at that time. Boundaries means when I'm in a mood and I want to be left alone, I want to be left alone. Boundaries mean my house doesn't mean you should barge in at my house.
You know
every time.
that is 100% grand when you can actually accept that same energy, because the relationships
Yeah,
I've been in a relationship where like you want to be treated this particular way, but you can't give back that energy.
Yeah.
And that's not even healthy. That's why when you say healthy boundary, that's apt. Because like you cannot tell me like you want your space, then when I have
And when you want your space, I'll be like, no. If you give me my space, I will give
You
you
say
your
when I have to
space.
go through with it, but I think me personally, yeah, boundaries is a lot of the things that you said. I have your password doesn't necessarily mean I
I will barge into your
yeah, I will
phone,
go through your phone. And honestly, I'm also like an advocate of what is not lost. So what would you say? I like this.
Don't look for what's not missing.
Don't
let your mind
I also
play
feel
games
like
with
that,
you.
and honestly, I've been in a situation where I would be honest. I went through the phone and the thing just fucked with my head.
You always find what you don't want to see.
You'll find something, even if it's the smallest thing. But also, boundaries mean that you, as an individual in a relationship, understand the boundaries that you put for other people in a relationship, like the other sex knowing what's cool and what's not cool in your relationship. I think most times people feel like, oh, it's you being restricted, and I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there are healthy boundaries that aside from you have with your significant other, you should also have with the rest of the world, with your family, with your friends, with other sexes, so that they respect like that you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's cool unless like I've already understood this relationship between you and a certain person. I don't think it's cool that you're calling somebody at a particular hour or texting them at a particular hour that's meant to be with you and I mean, we have the rest of our days and a very long time of the day to go about our lives, and there's a time that you would dedicate to your significant other. I feel like it's very important that happens, and you not have people that can just go about willy-nilly like breaking those boundaries. And I was also thinking, and I think I asked on social media the other day, I was like, the pet name you call your girlfriend, and one is like very familiar, it's like we call our friends babe, we call our girlfriends babe. It means two different things. I think I had to have that conversation with my boyfriend, because like, well, you call your friends babe, it sounds different when you call them, but he's like, oh, I thought you knew it was two different like ways in which you're expressing that. And
does the person know?
Does the person know? That's a very good question. So like, there's certain things that I feel like is very important to put there, so that people know, not just like they understand the boundary, they also respect the person that you're with. Because if they feel like you can go about anyhow and you're sending them you might not even feel like you're sending any flags or any signs, but the person is seeing it because you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing if you were in a relationship.
I really find out weird because like I'm a nice guy. You
Yeah.
know? So like I'm a nice guy. The thing is like if we I don't know this gestures I think like for the sake of what you're saying probably there should be like a book or like okay no they should actually be the conversation with you because I feel like what you're saying to me is just like I mean meet a girl now that isn't cool me pouring a drink for you but that is me just being like I mean
no but I feel like there are certain things that go without saying.
I feel like
pouring a drink for me is not even a situation.
okay let me just hit
Leave it on her,
babe I can call you
which
babe.
is why I was saying what I said.
Babe I didn't be now what's popping
Yeah.
you get then my girlfriend babe what's popping do you understand like I can really I can
It means two different things to you.
different things to me like to me it's more like
Okay, so but how about the calling? How about the messaging? How about even like the communication between you and somebody else that is not your significant other? Like, first of all, I'll put it out there. I don't think that my have friends, but it's not. I don't talk to Jumoke every day. I don't talk to Dakwa every day. I don't talk to Barakat every day, right? I don't feel like there should be one because that's something that you do with your significant other, so they know everything in your life. That's why they are that person. And then you also have friends that they know, but it's not that way. But to be honest, I feel like we've kind of made people look crazy for wanting to be respected in having certain boundaries in their relationship. And I don't even want that. I don't like that feeling. And I don't mean don't be good with friends. Like, see, my boyfriend's friends can even drop on him if they want. But there's that understanding that
when
do you understand? This is not even when his girlfriend is around I should behave myself. It's a situation of I don't want you to do what you can't do in my front at the back. I'm just saying respect the boundaries. Like some sensible people would say, okay, I'm in a relationship with this guy, right? And you know you have chikers, and you choose that girls have chikers, and you just drop it there like, see guy, I can't do this because I'm in a relationship. I can't go on to be honest, I won't go on a date, drinks, lunch, dinner, breakfast, brunch with any man I know has intentions towards me while I'm in a relationship. But if my friend hits me up like Baraka says, free burger, bro, I'm moving. And I tell her like, you know, because that's my friend and there's no ill intentions towards it. So that you know here they should bear mama fly inside the conversation.
But see, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah?
This is a personal experience, right?
Okay.
So these are kind of things that made me understand boundaries, guys. Because like, so this is the scenario, yeah. The girl I was having stuff to do with, right? She's telling somebody I love you.
Give me, pass it.
Please, I need it to.
We need it.
You get because it was crazy. Like
I love you,
and the excuse was like, and he's going through stuff. His baby mama just died. That is why. But the thing is, like in that situation, she knew like this guy had intentions. You know, there's always a list of the niggas that a guy will be careful of. That guy that's, you know, there's a list, and the girls also have that list of that girl that she's the one. You get, you understand? So those things. So like you're telling me I love you and the excuses. I was like, okay, this is how you not play. So like I want to know like what.
Caleb will kill us.
No, because like at that point I was like, I was flabbergasted.
Flabberwhelmed. It's when you're flabbergasted and overwhelmed. It's a situation.
Like, I love you. I'm like, I love you. Why? Because he lost his baby mama. Like there are other ways you can show like remorse and all of that. To be honest, I won't say I felt his remorse at that point because I was more concerned about my own situation.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable. Like, yeah. So like, I want to understand.
Let me respond
was that
to you.
Yeah. Was that too much?
Because I think because we're humans, we try to look for depends on what we're going through. We try to look for the most vulnerable person to help us out in situations we are in at that particular point in time. So let me break it down. If you are in a relationship with a person that you clearly know that this person is not good for you, but somehow you guys know each other so well that you have not even found any other person to know you that well. Like they know you in and out. They know, even if they're not with you, maybe they hear your gist, they know what your response will be.
Yeah.
So in this situation where the guy's baby mama is dead, maybe your girlfriend at that time is the person is most comfortable with. Most comfortable with that it can talk to about anything. So to him, he feels love for the person, but no, he just wants to while away time.
Oh wait,
to
let me
feel
not
better.
tell you as it is.
But hold on.
She was the one.
Girls are like emotional people. You don't know what all the things the guy has told her for her to come to the conclusion that
Or
she
rather
loves
to say,
the guy.
no, or rather just say I love you. Was it someone that was in her life?
It wasn't like, I'm sure the I love you didn't come out of the blues. You wouldn't know what the guy have told her or how
Most people is looking confused. Oh yeah,
but that's the truth. We girls,
It's not that I just saw I love you and just started going crazy.
Oh, okay.
As in, I saw the peas. Do you understand? The build up. You understand? So like, it's not that I can't say I love you. Hell, I can tell you I love you. You understand? Your boyfriend should be. I can say I love you when your boyfriend is here, and I can also explain to him why, if he has an issue with it. Do you understand?
Based off, okay, so I think the words we say kind of mean different things to different people.
To be honest.
Like my very good friend lost his mom, and we're in a particular situation where I'm like, I love you and I'm here for you. That type of thing. I don't think anybody would have found it weird because of what he was going through. And like literally one of my best friends like, oh yeah, I love you too. I know you're here. And that's a different scenario from when you actually express. And for me, I think if I feel what Mosby is saying, it's like it's just putting that boundary there, because if a girl tells a guy in a certain way, I love you, in a certain manner, this guy is feeling like maybe the person you're with is not somebody you want to be with, and he can just took himself there.
You said something about like you won't go on a date with someone that this nigga is on your case. Do you understand? This nigga is just like saying someone should rape you, but you still go there with your G-string. Only G-string. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's
no, for real though. If you know certain people, and even if you don't get it sometimes, and I think maybe this is where I would like to speak from like a personal place. If I feel like the way you say there's always that guy, and there's a list of people that for your significant others you're like, watch this person. Yeah. I feel like don't put your significant other in that scenario, in a space where they feel like they have to continue checking or seeing if you are even respectful enough of that boundary. Like for that case, I don't think she should have had that kind of conversation, because like I say, let handshake not turn to hug. No, it's the truth. That's what I feel about boundaries. I feel like there are healthy boundaries and we should respect them when they're in relationships. We know there are some things that are possessive. We know there are some things that just bring about toxic relationships, but there are healthy boundaries and we should respect them. We should respect how our significant others will feel towards a particular type of situation, and we should respect how, like, if I have Mosby's passwords, does not mean I want to go through his messages, does not mean I want to go through his pictures and see who is that girl, even though it's from Moodboard. Yeah, there are double standards, but I feel like if you're with the right person, you guys know how to make it work.
And we don't like what we do. Human beings, we don't like what we don't understand.
Yeah, so if you can explain, and if aside from explaining, this is one thing I realized. Sometimes we want somebody to understand where we are coming from, and then we don't want to understand where the person is coming from, because the person might be coming from a life where all these things are cool, they're good, they're not things that you should worry about, and you're coming from a life where brother, you're not seeing it. So I think you can have conversations, like he said at some point, having a conversation about what boundaries you love to be respected, how you like to get it. Like about the day ago too, my friend told me you have to teach somebody how you love to be how you want to be treated, how you want to be respected, how you want to be loved. Because if I don't get a brief from you literally on how
bye.
Oh my days,
Bye,
like what
boy.
you just said, like there's this girl I'm talking to right now.
Girl.
Like she's so smart. Those are one of the things, like she and to me, like I've never, there's been no person that said that to me. Like she said I need to, like she was like, calm down. I need to actually, you need to know how to love me. You need to know how to love you. You can't just enter it. Swimming pool drink. You can't just enter it like that. Do you understand?
When does most people get this? They say that swimming pool drink. What the hell?
Yeah, like you just have to. So that is actually like, I feel like with boundaries, with everything,
I think we
need to talk about it.
I think we all need to do a lot.
No, I think there's a lot of things that need to, and a lot of communication has to go into things, especially in relationships. And I think that's why dating in the 21st century is kind of hard, because I feel like a lot of people feel like they can do bad all by themselves. Why do I have to explain this to you? Why do I have to do this? Bruh, explain that shit.